Book review today. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to tell you about a book that can really help you improve your sentences. And I'm talking about It Was the Best of Sentences, It Was the Worst of Sentences, A Writer's Guide to Crafting Killer Sentences by June Casagrande. Now, who is June Casagrande? If we go on her website, on her blog, we read that June Casagrande is a writer and journalist whose weekly grammar/humor column, a word please, appears in community newspapers in California, Florida, and Texas. She's a former staff writer and editor for the Los Angeles Times Community News Division and has written articles for other regional and national publications. She also writes scripts for television trailers, and she has written 5 books. One of these is this one. I like this book. I liked it, and I think it does what it says on the box. It's a writer's guide to crafting killer sentences. It helps you craft killer sentences. What is a killer sentence? A killer sentence is, to me, is a sentence that it's clear, that there's no ambiguity. It uses the right number of words, no more, no less, and it conveys the message that the writer intends to convey. This is, to me, is a killer sentence. And this book is useful, entertaining, and I would say effective. Why? I'm going to tell you why, and I'm also going to read out 3 of my favorite quotes from this book. Now, it's useful because it really shows you what could go wrong in a sentence. And unfortunately, there are plenty of things that could go wrong in a sentence. There are 21 or more than 20 chapters, and each chapter addresses one thing that you can get wrong in a sentence. Many of the sentences that we write, I mean, they make sense to me. They make sense to us when we write them. But maybe someone else reads your sentence and they find it confusing, they find it unclear, which is something. This is why getting feedback is crucial for a writer. But what I'm trying to say is that there are many mistakes, many errors that we might unintentionally do that can confuse our reader. And this book shows you what those mistakes, what those errors are. For example, relative clauses, subordination, conjunctions that kill, like the use of conjunctions. They can make or break your sentence. There are plenty of things. Adverbs, prepositional phrases. This is something that was new to me. Prepositional phrases. I can't remember. I mean, I'm not going to give you examples, like technical examples here, but it's just to tell you that this is really a book. It's a technical book. You don't need to have any knowledge of grammar, because I know that native English speakers, I'm told, they don't study the grammar really in schools. Maybe I'm wrong, but this is what I've been told. You don't study the technicalities of the language. I'm a non-native English writer and teacher of English as a second language, and I've studied the grammar for, I think now it's 15 years, and I've been teaching the grammar for, again, I started teaching in 2015. So many of the things that I found in this book, to me, were kind of reminders, really, because I knew them already. Still, it was fascinating to read things that, to find out about things that, sometimes I take for granted. Mistakes that, you don't think about these things. And prepositional phrases was one of those things. Now I look at my sentences, I'm more self-conscious now, to be honest, when I write, because I know that, is this the right thing? Is this the right preposition? Not preposition. Is this, does this convey what I'm trying to convey, or is it ambiguous? It's all about making a clear sentence, right? That cannot be misinterpreted. And this is fantastic. This is a great book that can help you do that. Now, it's entertaining, so you don't need to have technical knowledge to understand this book. June Casagrande tells you stories. She uses humor to explain grammatical concepts, and it's really what you want when you're reading a grammar guide. It's not one of those references books like this one, The Elements of Style. This is a reference book where you have, okay, this is the sentence, this is not how to write the sentence. And it's more like a list. It's not like that. This is more of a, it's written by a human. It's written, there are stories. It's based on stories. And the examples that are used in this book are taken from things that professional writers wrote and maybe published. June Casagrande shows you the paragraph, shows you the sentence, and she says, look, this is how I would edit this, or this is how I edited this sentence. And you can clearly see the difference between a but a sentence that doesn't work and a sentence that is, that you want to read as a reader. So it's entertaining, it's useful, it's entertaining, and it's effective. It's effective because you can see plenty of examples of all the things that could go wrong, and they can help you think when you're writing, when you're editing your writing, okay, I remember reading something about prepositional phrases, for example, or let's see, what else have we got? Sentences that say nothing, or worse. How many of your sentences really are not saying anything, are not really conveying anything to your reader? So you will be you'll pay more attention after reading this book to your sentence and whether or not it conveys what you want to convey. All right, I think it's clear. It's a fantastic book. I gave it 3 stars out of 5 on Goodreads. Why? Why not 5? Well, as I said, I've been teaching and learning English grammar for many years, so many of the things were not, they were not new to me. They were not entirely. This is what I teach, really, when I teach writing or when I teach English. So many of the things to me, but just to me, because I've got this background, were reminders. If I weren't an English teacher, and if I hadn't studied the grammar, I've got plenty of grammar books there that I studied when I was a student, I would have given it 5 stars, really. So it's not, it's just more, it's a subjective judgment, this one. Of course, any review is a subjective judgment. Now, 3 quotes. I'm going to read the first one. The first quote is this. I like this one. If you want to master the art of the sentence, you must find... let's rewind. If you want to master the art of the sentence, you must first accept a somewhat unpleasant truth. Something a lot of writers would rather deny. The reader is king. You are his servant. You serve the reader information. You serve the reader entertainment. And this is what she does in this book. You serve the reader details of your company's recent merger or details of your experiences in a drug rehab. In each case, as a writer, you're working for the man or the woman. I like it. Then, the sentence is a microcosm of any written work, and understanding it means understanding writing itself. How to structure ideas, how to emphasize what's important, how to make practical use of grammar, how to cut the bull, and above all, how to serve the almighty reader. I mean, how can you argue with that? And then we've got this one, ask, comma, what's important to my reader? Not just what will get his attention. Okay, there's another book by Casagrande, this one, the best punctuation book, period. I might do a review of this one. To me, this was more useful than this one because I struggle a lot with punctuation. But both books, I think, if you're a writer, you need to get them. I'm hoping to get June on the show. We'll see. But for now, I hope you found this useful. If you have any questions about this book, please let me know in the comments. If you have any books that you want me to review, maybe, let me know. I might do that too. And if you have any book recommendations for writers, please, again, let me know in the comments so I can get, I can explore more about writing, because I'm doing this, I have this YouTube channel also to learn myself things about writing. I read the comments because your comments to me are helpful. They make me think. Anyway, you know this if you've been following this channel. That's it. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Thanks for listening. Thank you for watching. If you're a writer and you want to improve your writing, or you want to keep improving your writing, consider joining my private email list, Better Writers. I send one short email every week. I share tips, insights, things that I learn, book recommendations to help you do one thing only: become a better writer. The link is in the show notes or in the description of this video. Thank you for listening once again. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.